way that I feel, which is tired. And then honestly, I don't think it's the fact that I'm physically tired. I'm not really mentally tired either. It's just I've been moving, right? So, but a lot has happened, and I want to share, and I definitely want to document like this journey of what I'm going through right now. I don't know if I'll post these videos immediately or I'll wait until after this kind of passes over, which probably won't be until the middle of March. But ooh, I need to wax my lips, y'all. First things first is I went out of town over the weekend. It was much needed, y'all. I'm telling you. I mean, it wasn't for leisure purposes, but it was much needed. My husband and I, we had no choice but to take the baby. But my husband and I went out of town over the weekend. So we enjoyed each other's company. We really did, because we have not been anywhere since. It's been about 2 years since we've traveled anywhere. I think the farthest we've traveled is probably Clearwater Beach. This past year, before it started getting cool, this last year. And took the kids to the beach. And the crazy thing is, that was the first time we've ever taken our kids to the beach, and we live in Florida, y'all. That is so crazy. So I guess this video is going to be about my wins, right? Because in one of my last videos I posted, I talked about how I read the book, the Jabez Prayer for Women. And it just really enlightened me. And it's a short read, but y'all read it. Like, I'm going to put the link in the bio. Excuse the lighting, y'all. But it just really changed my perspective. And like, I've been praying that prayer. If you're not familiar, it's the Jabez is only mentioned one time in the Bible, and his story isn't significant, but it is. So the thing about him is he was born, his mother named him Jabez, which means pain or sorrow. And y'all know I'm really learning how much weight names really carry. I'm just now learning this, so I'm thankful for what I've named my children. But names carry a lot of weight. And for Jabez, his name meant pain or sorrow, and his mother named him that because of what she was going through when she had him. So he is known for this prayer where he just says to God, Lord, he was crying out to God. He's like, Lord, that you will bless me indeed, that you will enlarge my coast or my territory, that you will keep your hands upon me, keep me away from evil, and that I may cause no pain. And then it ends the prayer saying that, and the Lord granted his request. That is a powerful prayer. And once I read that book, I pretty much closed out my year reading that book, and I decided that my word for the year was going to be enlarge, and that I was going to pray that prayer every day. I don't care what time of the day it is, how many times I pray it. And ever since I started saying that prayer, like, I can feel the changes. And what you have to understand is, like, when you pray a prayer, you have to believe what you're praying. That means that in your mind, you're constantly, meditating on what you're praying, but you're also meditating on it, with your thoughts and everything, your actions, your choices every single day, the way that you live. And it's been amazing. I've been praying that prayer, and in the book, it prompts you to document your Jabez appointments. So meaning like, what are the moments in your life where God is blessing you indeed, and he's enlarging your territory, and he's keeping you away from evil? And when you hear the word evil, it doesn't mean just danger or whatever else you may think evil is, but it means like keeping you away from things like temptation, bad habits, procrastination, fear. That can be considered evil. And also, you know, that your hands will be upon me. You're supposed to pay attention to the moments where God has his hands on you, and that you will cause no pain. So even being aware of the moments where you are causing pain, you know, to someone else or to yourself, or it's small, but it's big. So anyway, ever since that, like, I've been becoming really aware, and this prayer has, you know, caused me to make decisions to do the things that I desire to do. Because I really believe that enlarging, if we're asking God to bless us and enlarge our coast, like, that means the desires of our heart. That means going after, like, you know, purpose in who we are. And the amazing thing about this is that I'm constantly reminded, like, I love God. So, you know, like, I know who I am and who I'm supposed to be, but yet I run from it because I'm trying to conform, or I'm worried about what other people think. And currently I'm going through this situation. Like, my husband and I has made a really big decision, and we're currently moving on it by faith and trusting in God. And when I tell y'all, like, his hand is upon us in this situation. And you know, it's kind of scary because it's a transition, but I'm ready for it. That's the thing. Okay, but let me rewind. I just wanted to kind of put that out there, like how my year has started, right? So last week, today is Thursday the 14th. So my son just celebrated his 10th birthday on the 12th, which was Tuesday. So my son, I have officially been a mom for a decade, y'all. And I give God praise for that. Because I made it, you know, and he made it. So I'm thankful for that. And then last week, Friday, I went to my first therapy session, counseling session, whatever you want to call it, but it was amazing. It was affordable, and when for some reason, like, you know, I felt confident. I hadn't even met the lady. I haven't even talked to her, just through email. A friend of mine referred her to me, and everything happened so fast that I think I sent her an email maybe the week before, and she reached out to me, and then bam, here we are, you know, in the same week I'm in her office. And when I met her, I knew that this was divine, right? So it was amazing. And I don't know how I had been living my life without therapy. Here I am trying to fix my life and my mindset and stuff, and like trying to do this without therapy. But the most important thing is that you have to have the right therapist or counselor, and she is definitely it for me. So I can't wait to go back, and I'll talk more about that. And what I've been doing so far is, it hasn't even been a week yet, so I'm trying to slow my roll a little bit. Hasn't been a week, so I don't want to, you know, talk too much about it, but it's amazing. So if you have ever been considering going to therapy, or you know you need it, but you're finding so many different reasons why you can't do it. Maybe you feel like you can't afford it. Maybe you feel like you don't have time. Maybe you feel like, what would other people think? Oh, maybe you're telling yourself, I'm not crazy. No, you're not crazy, but you know you need therapy. You need therapy or counseling. You need somebody to talk you down off the ledge that you've been standing on for a long time. And that was me. And I was trying to do it on my own, and there was no way that I possibly could. Like, yeah, I got God, but that is the reason why God gives us wise counsel, right? So I'm so thankful, and I'm just like, I don't know why I have been trying to get myself off this ledge by myself, because that just wasn't working no more. So that happened Friday, and it was amazing. And then Saturday morning, my husband and I, we went out of town. It was everything. It was needed. The time we spent driving was needed, because my husband and I have not, talked and laughed so much in a very long time. So honestly, the trip was not long enough. It just felt good to get away. It felt good to be in a different environment. If even like, Sunday we stayed in a room literally all day with the baby, and we were okay with that. Like, we were totally okay with that. It just felt good to be away. But we needed that. My husband and I had not had time like that together, and it was good. And we realized some things as we were riding. And my husband said something like, "See, Crystal, I can still make you laugh." It's the little things, y'all. So that trip was needed. And so this week, things seem to be falling into place, and all I can say is timing. That's the word right now. God's timing right now. And I'm going to talk more about that, because I'm going to talk about the experience a few years ago and the experience now, and what has changed as individuals, mindset wise, because now I am truly a testimony of so a man thinks, so is he. Because this is a situation where I'm going through where I realized that even just last year, trying to deal with what we're going through right now, I would not make it. So I would have so much fear, and I would just be afraid of what we're trying to do right now and stuff like that, and would just feel like I couldn't do it. So I'll talk more about that. And what else? My girls sold lip gloss over the weekend. So if you want to buy some gloss from my girls, support their business, their life, their legacy. This is also supporting their dreams. My 4-year-old wants to be a dancer. I truly believe that God has purposed her to be an entertainer, but I don't want to speak over God's word. And then my oldest daughter, who will be 7 soon, she has she says she wants to be an artist and a designer and things like that. So this business is to support them, to set a foundation. So I do ask you to go support them. I do not have the Serenity gloss with me right now, but I do have, shout out to my husband for cleaning my purse, even though it looked like he never touched it, but he straightened it up. It looked better than it was looking. So this right here is one of the glosses. I haven't put a name on this yet, but excuse it. It's just, it's going to have this cute little, I don't know. It's like, I see it as a birthday thing, because this is going to be a part of the collection that we're going to launch for my daughter's birthday coming up next month. So we have a really pretty light pink nude gloss, and we'll be launching that gloss. All of the rest of the glosses are clear, but they have like different glitter or something in it. They're all organic, and one reason I started the business was to begin to introduce my daughters to clean beauty, because I went through a stint in my life where I found out I had thyroid issues, and I had absolutely no idea what that was. And I that was the answer for miscarriages that I had and different health issues that I was having, is that I had thyroid issues. So that just opened up the door to me learning about all of the toxic things that are in products that we use and stuff like that. So I began to slowly switch up all the products and cleaning stuff and things that I use on my body and putting in my body. And so now that I have 3 girls, I felt this would be a good thing to introduce them to clean beauty and begin to teach them about their body and self-care and things like that, because I didn't have that growing up. So I do want to be able to do that for my daughter. So that even supports that, and that gives me an idea of adding that type of education to the business to encourage moms to look into clean beauty and really learn what's going into these products, but also to teach that to their daughters. And self-care. Nobody taught me about self-care. Even the little things of sleeping on silk pillowcases and going to get sized for a bra. My daughters aren't at that age yet, but I know it's going to come faster than I think. And I had to learn all of this stuff. And the crazy thing is I just learned this like in I'm about to be 34. So I just learned all of this within probably the last 5 years. So, yeah. So moreglittergirlsclub.com. We have gloss available there. We also have a pretty little lip scrub that I'm teaching them to take care. I'm teaching them lip care as well. So we have a nice organic handmade lip scrub there too. So just asking you to go support that. And what else? I just want to encourage y'all, go to therapy. Therapy is dope. Go to therapy, go to counseling. It will change your life. You cannot do this on your own, whatever you're going through. I don't care if you even feel like you're at the happiest place of your life right now. I've been listening to Dr. Caroline Leaf, and she has this podcast about New Year's resolutions and affirmations and stuff, and why those alone don't work on their own, and why, she gets deep. And she talks about, she said one thing in there where, you won't always be happy. So if you're looking to be happy all the time, it's not going to happen. And that's an issue if you think you're going to be happy all the time. So go to therapy. It don't ups, downs, happy moments, sad moments. Just a therapist, a counselor is good to have. You cannot do life by yourself. And according to God and the word, therapy and counseling is wise counsel. So don't just go to any therapist or counselor. You do want to go. I would suggest you go to somebody that believes in God, but that's my choice, because you got some out there that believe in some crazy stuff, and they doing crazy stuff, and they'll tell you to do crazy stuff. That's not me. But even after my first session, she's dope, y'all. So go to counseling. As a mother, you should go to counseling, therapy. As a wife, you need it. It doesn't matter. You need somebody to bring you back down and take you up. Because you're going to have times in your life where you're going to be in both situations. And I guess I could do another video of why I pulled the trigger on going to therapy. I had tried over years, many, many years. And I tried to talk to so many different people, and it just wasn't working. And one thing I realized is that you can't talk to people that are close to you that know you too well. You cannot talk to people that know you entirely too well unless you really trust them, and you know that they're going to tell you the truth in alignment with who you are as a person. Because there's a difference, because you got good people in your life who are close to you and who love you, and they'll speak to you from their perspective, from the outside looking in. They won't look at you as, a person with purpose and value and living your own life. They'll speak to you from their perspective. They'll speak to you from a perspective of just not really assessing life. I don't know how to word it right now, but that's a good topic for my podcast. So I'm relaunching my podcast as well. I'm getting back into Fearless Money. So y'all, it's just a lot going on, but this is updates. I just wanted to pop in real quick because I want to start getting more consistent on my channel too, and just give life updates. And y'all, I'm in a good place. Even days when I feel tired, or I might feel like, oh my God, not today. I'm really in a good place right now, and I really want to keep this momentum. So I'm going to be sharing my journey of what I'm doing. So remember to glow, remember to affirm yourself, remember to do what makes you happy, because you can't pour from an empty cup. So even when you're sad, do what makes you happy. Even, try to at least, y'all know what I mean. Follow me on Instagram at crystalclayton_. And I will talk to you guys soon. Oh, shout out to me doing my own sew-in too, y'all. Yes, get into this color. Y'all, when I tell y'all I'm winning, I'm going to keep this whole momentum the entire 2021, okay? I don't care what I'm going through, how hard it gets. I'm going to keep this momentum because I'm proud of myself right now. Okay, let me go, y'all. Bye.